sumugot, the bump and the finish. Jumper is good. Lamar, basket and one. Has 6 points back. Lahat knocks down the 3. Steal, Yambing, look out. William Bing throws it down. Laddie sees a gap and throws it down. Early down. Mike Bennett with a hammer. Jadel for 3.
More basketball action coming your way in the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, and we're coming to you from the Batangas City Coliseum. This is the second game of our triple header this Tuesday. Later on, Batangas City will defend their turf. But first things first, two teams in the south collide with Billy Robles spearheading this well-balanced attack for Rizal. They take on Joseph Gabayni and Zamboanga coming off his best performance of the season. Yan po ang magkatunggali sa ating second game. The Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers taking on the Zamboanga Sikat. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, a crucial duel between two teams on the rise in the South Division.
Well, both teams really wanting to be better in terms of their standings. Itong Rizal, I think 2 or 3 games away from number 3 and 4 with Batangas and Binyan. Samantalang ito namang Zamboanga trying to give a good chase against the Basilan, who is, after that win earlier, is already 3 games behind for number 8.
Patiin natin yung mga nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, On Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Later, we'll hear from Miss Andrea Indicio, but pag-usapan muna natin itong Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. It's been an up and down season for them. But ever since Coach Don took over, they've racked up 3 straight wins, including Bulacan in this win where they pulled away in the third quarter, winning this one 84-70.
Oh, napakalaking bagay ng pag-pull away nila ng third quarter na yun. Matter of fact, ng game, they started down 0-5 until that 10-point run mid of the first quarter. They were able to regain control, and they shot the ball anywhere from the field actually. And the rebound led by Sarao, Robles, Maguliano, really dominating that side of the floor. Kaya naman hindi ka na magugulat kung bakit yung points in the paints as well as second chance opportunities have been an advantage for the Rizal in that game.
Rizal, 4 games above 500 this season. Mga kalaban nila, yung kupunan na 4 games below 500 currently itong Zamboanga. But make no mistake about it, this team probably like a sleeping giant. Their latest victory against Basilan, they led by as many as 25 points before holding off that late flurry by Basilan in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, similar to that game by Rizal, another big run in the first quarter where they regained control and then followed that up with a very defensive second quarter, allowing only 11 points for Basilan in that game. 46% shooting is pretty good. 38% for shooting is pretty good. They made 10 3-pointers in that game. Percentage-wise, medyo mababa, pero the 10 3-points make is good enough, and they did control a lot, anything inside the paint, and even the points of turnovers.
Zamboanga, let's see if they can maintain that momentum going, taking on Rizal in our second game. Punta na natin si Miguel Bray for starters.
Action continues here inside the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. Welcome to our second game between Rizal and Zamboanga. Live on Solar Sports, Tap Sports in the YouTube channel. This is the 2026 Manny PACQUIAO'S MPBL Season 8. Let us now meet the starters. First for Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Starting at guard number 18, Philip Manalang. Also at guard number 17, Alvin Alday. At center, number 83, Mark Yee. Forward number 11, JP Maguliano. Also at forward number 10, Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles. The head coach for Rizal is Don Dulay. Assistant coaches, Rob Wainwright, Arvin Bolayon, Ray Paul Javier, Jonathan Oiloan, James Bartolome, and Don Arenas. Team manager Kyle Cruz. The team owner is Zandra Cruz. Here comes the starting 5 for Zamboanga Sikat. Starting at guard number 11, Fort Padrigao. Also at guard number 4, Paeng Are. At center number 10, Joseph Gabayni. Forward number 24, Brandon Wilson. Also at forward number 16, Josh Lazaro. The head coach for Zamboanga is C.R. Carlos. Assistant coaches Drake Santos, Raymond Chonco, and Joe Vertabia. Team manager Martin Go. The team owner is Zamboanga City Honorable Congresswoman Kat Chua. Referees for this ball game are Jay Castroverde, Benjo Estroga, and Alvin
Starting
Sasonko.
five is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Rizal begins with the backcourt of Philip Manalang, Alwin Alday. Up front are Mark Yee, JP Maguliano, and Billy Robles. Zamboanga with Fortsky Padrigao, Paeng Are, Joseph Gabayni, Brandon Wilson, and Josh Lazaro. Our game officials, Group Chief is J. Castroverde, Umpire 1, Benji Estroga, Umpire 2, Alvin Sosonko. Substitute referee is Rodel Brilla. Rizal in white, Zamboanga in their familiar orange threads. Josh Lazaro and JP Maguliano will jump it up at center court. And the tip won by the Golden Coolers. Alvin Alday, bounce pass to Billy Ray Robles, their leading scorer. Last touch, si Brandon Wilson, but only 10 sa shot clock ng Rizal.
Well, that is one thing about Zamboanga, really, that you have to contend. You have to expect na end-to-end throughout the game talagang didepensahan ka nito. Kahit ikaw ay malaki na ang lamang, they will never stop going for their defense.
JP tries a long two. Rebound, Mark Yee. Pass outside to Alvin Alday. They will reload. Rizal. Paubos na ang shot clock. 5 remaining. Mark Yee shooting over 40% from 3. He hits it for the first field goal of the Golden Coolers.
And Marky, on top of the key 3, anywhere around there has always been a comfortable spot for him. And he will not let go of a free shot from that space.
Gabayni, binabantayan maigi ni Mark Yee. Padrigao. Pasa sa corner. Brandon Wilson, well challenged by Billy Robles. And Maguliano secures the rebound for Rizal. Maguliano, pass inside Mark Yee. Too strong. He was too wide open for his own good.
Oh, overshot that mark. Nagulat rin siya na sobrang libre niya. But one thing you notice about, I mean, very early in this game, and I saw this in the last game that I covered itong Rizal, is the very quick decision making. You know, that to me is a very significant change in how they run their offense. They are not now slow to a decision. They are very quick with that ball, and you know, Coach Don Dulay has really, I guess, imposed that on their team.
Paeng Are starting together with Fortsky Padrigao for the second straight game. Running start for Billy Robles. Pasa kay Alwin Alday, lays it in transition.
And I'm surely loving how this Rizal team is moving that ball. Moving ball and moving man at the same time offensively.
Are got clipped. And he will shoot free throws. Ang tanong, dalawa o tatlo?
Oh, kasi mga sa 3 points yung attempt. No? This was that fast break earlier. Quick run. You see how immediately Robles, when he saw Fortsky commit, he gave it up for Alwin.
Last play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Just 2 free throws for Paeng Are. Their leading scorer this season. Makes good on his first. 13 points per ball game for Paeng Are. Tinitignan nila, no? Kung dapat ba 2 or free throws.
Kasi yung shot attempt right around that area. And Paeng, I'm sure he is liking yung pagpasok ni Fortsky Padrigao sa kanilang team because he pretty much has been ball handler na, scorer pa no? When Fortsky was not there. But now he's free to roam around, especially in a fast break and just running off. And so far, throughout the 15 games that he's played, Paeng's been one of their top assist guy with 4 per game.
And now, because of the arrival of Fortsky Padrigao, he could focus more on talagang scoring.
Tsaka he gets to the line a lot. Almost half of his shot attempts talagang pumapasok sa free throws.
Pair of free throws from Paengare. Robles glides in. The lefty finish on the right side.
Wala na yatang ibang mas marami pang tumitira ng kaliwang kamay na right-handed more than Billy Robles. He's so good at it.
Kapaini got in too deep. Marquis wala nang nagawa dun.
Noticeably, ang bilis ng galaw ng bola both these teams. And this is why these are some of the more exciting teams to watch this season.
Mga consistent playoff contenders ito eh.
Yeah.
Marquis sablay sa pagkakataon na yun galing sa labas. Paengare sumugot na agaw ni Billy Robles. Brandon Wilson commits a foul. It was off balance and actually was on his back. His back was turned when Robles made his move to the basket.
Which is why Billy Robles decided to take that all the way. He felt that the defense of Buell was not, in proper position, didn't have the right angle, and she definitely got to attack that.
MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community.
Billy is the leading offensive rebounding guy for Rizal. Close to 3 per game. Can you imagine a guy like Billy Robles not just scoring and running the length of the floor, but even crashing the offensive boards?
One of the leaders in that department, top 10, si Billy Robles. Patrigao, bounce pass. Gavaini shuffled his feet before putting the ball on the floor. It will result in a traveling violation.
A little bit too quick for himself dun sa galaw na yan. Had the right thing in mind with that 2-foot jump stop, but somehow along the way lifted that pivot foot and forcing the officials to blow the whistle.
Marquis turns down that shot. Alday working on Paengare.
That's a nice matchup right there.
Shot clock winding down. Robles forced to take that long three-pointer. Agawan sa rebound, napuntay Alwin Alday. Stepping back, Marquis, one-hander. And he puts it in.
And put no doubt on how that ball has been moving for Rizal very quickly. Out of an offensive rebound, they get that ball in the corner, that shot fake, and that quick dump over to Marquis for that finish. Floater, short corner.
Every game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. An early 7-point lead for Rizal. Timeout Zamboanga.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. After their huge win against Basilan, sabi nga sa akin ni Coach J.R. Carlos, we needed that win to boost our confidence. At napansin niya nga rin daw that after all the ups and downs, number 1, mas nagiging consistent na daw ang team. Number 2, nandun na yung patience when it comes to the offense. And number 3, chemistry is starting to show. Slowly but surely building up, ika nga, right on time as they have heavier games coming ahead. Heavy in the sense whereby, sabi nga ni Coach, right now we are already thinking about positioning. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea Endicio. Zamboanga sitting at that 9th spot in the South, 5-9 rather. At one point, Coach Mike, they were 1-7.
Yeah.
And then Coach JR took over. Hindi naging madali rin yung transition. Levy Hernandez missing on the finger roll, rebounded by Inan Fornilos. Resty Kalisay off to the left. Hernandez, wala pa din. Kapaini will stick it in. 4 times the charm for Zamboanga.
And to your point about that story, having quite a slow start for Zamboanga, in my opinion, itong Zamboanga ang isa sa mga teams na heavily tested na very early this season. And the reason that I say that is that they've gone through almost every team with a winning record except for just 3. Batangas, Caloocan, and Quezon. They went through everyone. And now I think they understand where they are, and so the changes are coming.
Gabayni shoots over Mark Yee, his second field goal.
And when you speak of changes, isa na yan, no? Joseph Gabayni has been crucial in the rotation of Coach JR, and he is definitely liking the involvement of his big man.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL, sidestep into the lane. Robles back at the line. And it goes back to the point. Well, we see here Gabayni just working on Markey again, using his size to his advantage, but going back na itong Zamboanga had a tough schedule to begin. And with Coach Don Dulay at the helm here for Rizal, nakikita rin natin yung chemistry unti-unti ding gumagana for the Golden Coolers. But just going back to Zamboanga, it's not really how you start, it's how you finish. And it goes back to when you peak. Do you peak too early or you peak at the right time? And Zamboanga is banking on the latter. Kasi nga, sama na simula nila.
Right.
Nabaon sila, 6 games below 500.
Right.
Pero ngayon, unti-unti nang nagmamaterialize yung mga gusto nilang gawin. Levi Hernandez has come off the bench in all of their games, but has bought in. Joseph Gabayni, a force to be reckoned with down low. Padrigao, a promising star at that point guard spot. Things are looking bright for Zamboanga. Kasing bright ng kanilang jersey.
Oo nga, tama naman. Ayun lang, no, yung magkaroon ng magandang rhythm, ika nga, to this game. But again, going back to those difficult games that they went through, it really just tests their fortitude and their resolve and their commitment to, the aspirations this season. And I feel this is a team that you do not want to meet come the playoffs or the play-ins, because these guys are relentless. Speaking of Zamboanga.
Naagaw ng Zamboanga. Hernandez off the dribble. Kicks it out to Padrigao. Swings it. Kalisay. Attacks. Challenged by Robles. Altering that shot. Comes away with a rebound. Manalang. Sumugod. Lost his balance. Turns it over.
Yeah, he was put in a blender right there after, that passing lane got closed out. Didn't see Alvin Alday on that weak side corner. Couldn't get it to him. Had to spin and lost that ball.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Quick pass. Cornilos, special delivery to Joseph Gabayni, who now has 6.
I'm definitely liking how Otep Gabayni has started strong, at least in the couple of games that we've seen him. Very vital. And it's not just on the stats. It's his leadership, telling guys to come in here, let's talk about what we've done wrong and how we can improve. Meantime, Alvin Alday going to the cup missing.
Check that, 8 of the 10 points of Zamboanga coming from Joseph Gabayni. Hernandez steps into a 3. Wala. Gabayni napulot yung rebound. And he'll earn himself 2 free throws.
Joseph Gabayni, before the start of the game, kausap natin siya, sabi niya mukhang sasakit ang katawan ko ngayon. Dahil alam niya, mga kasabayan niya, yung mga sa loob, hindi rin basta ibibigay yung rebounds. And even if he's already inside the paint, he understands he's got advantage, he always knows that there is going to be that help defense to come in and try and disrupt his shot.
Playing with a lot more motivation now that he's back with Zamboanga. Spent a couple of seasons here. It's good on his first free throw. Coming off that double-double performance. Did most of his work early against Basilan. First half pa nga lang, halos double-double na siya.
Yes.
Sablay lang yung pangalawang free throw. Joel Liu, JP Sarao, Marco Balagtas, Paul Victoria, and Cholo Mendoza, the 5 on the floor for Rizal. Mendoza, 8 on their shot clock. Sarao, where is this offense going for Rizal? Liu got turned back by Gabayni.
Wasn't going anywhere.
Hernandez was a bit off balance, wasn't able to take off cleanly that time. Balagtas, mabandang tira, not even close.
Hindi pa calibrated tingin ko yung tira ni Marco. For the most part, once he gets that sweat in, you know that's within his range, that 15-foot jumper.
Dabaini off the dribble. Cornilos settles for the jumper at labag na ang Zamboanga, 13-12.
Cornelius has been very steady for Zamboanga actually. And they're gonna need that, especially in his spot. Because there will be nights that you don't have Paeng scoring, and even Levi Hernandez, he's got to be that next guy.
91 runs since that timeout. Paul Victoria gives the lead back to the Golden Coolers with that nifty layup. Under 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 1, Paeng Are. Pasa kay Fornilos. One-hander, wala. Victoria comes out of the pack. Goes ahead to lay it in. Back-to-back baskets from Paul Victoria.
With Paul Victoria coming off the bench, you need his spark for Rizal. I felt in the previous game he brought a lot of energy for this team. And hopefully that's the same that they'll get here for Rizal.
Kalisay, pasa kay Gabayni. Hernandez, hinihingi kanina pa. Pumukol sa 3. Ayaw pa din. It's been quite a struggle for Levi Hernandez. Another fast break point from Rizal. Answering with a 6-0 blast of their own. Are. Mendoza did a good job cutting him off. Cornilos may tangan ng bola. Kalisay, quick free, short. Rebound, Liu. Look how Rizal quickly gets to their offense. Pasa sa loob, 2 more points. Galing naman kay Marco Balagtas.
And twice on the same action, Zamboanga has really come up empty. And when I say empty, they're not making their shots. They are getting their attempts. Initially, they got one from Levi, and then they had one from Kalisay, and both resulted in fast break opportunities and makes for Rizal.
Paubos ng oras sa ating first quarter. 8 segundo sa shot clock ng Zamboanga. Paeng Are forced to take that long free, and he bails them out. Mendoza, 4 seconds left. From long distance, Victoria misses, and that will end the first quarter. Game of runs for the first 10 minutes in this period, Coach Mike.
Man, you're loving the energy of both these teams, you know. Defensively for Zamboanga, caught on in the very early goings. But the offense and the open transition baskets have flowed in for Rizal. Otep Gabayni was exceptional, you know, working his way inside the paint. But it's the fast breaks, though, that have really pressured the defensive transition defense of Zamboanga.
10 fast break points already for Rizal. A huge reason why they're ahead 2016 over Zamboanga.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Hello mga kaliga, ako po si Fort Padregano ng Zamboanga Sikat, and please support MPBL. Visit our Facebook page para sa mga updates, at simula July 31, mapapanood nyo na po ang MPBL laro ng 3 p.m., 5 p.m. at 7 p.m. sa YouTube, Top Sports, Sports Plus at Solar Sports. Salamat!
Commissioner Emerson Oreta, ASCOM sa Macantal, Head of Security Rudy Distrito. Gandang balita yan, no? Mas maaga magsisimula ang ating mga laro sa MPBL simula July 31. We'll start at 3 p.m.
No, tsaka sobrang favorable yun, no? Masalo na sa mga naabangan yung ating mga main game. Now it's gonna come in earlier at 7 p.m. instead of 8. Pinili ko yun ang tamang oras ng ng eksakto lang ika nga para sa ating mga fans.
Coach Don Dulay, 4-1 since he took over for Rizal. That lone loss came against Pasig City in a surprising fashion. Field goal shooting, mas efficient ang Rizal, 8 of 18 compared to 6 of 18 from Zamboanga. Josh Lazaro misfiring from mid-range. Mendoza with a rebound, fouled by John Mahari, or was it Paingare? It was against Paingare.
I feel the story of the first quarter really has been shot making for both teams, and like what you mentioned, mas maganda yung naging shooting percentage ng Rizal. Rebounds almost very similar.
Sa loob, pinilit ni Sarao. Josh Lazaro turns down the shot. No look pass. Bewell will finish on the interior.
Yan ang nakukuha mo with Josh Lazaro, no? Ganda rin ang silip niya sa loob, and saw that good cut by Bewell and using all his force to try and finish inside the paint. Meantime, a missed shot up close for Rizal.
What a strong rebound from Josh Lazaro.
Nice pass.
One-hander, more decisive this time. How about the impact provided by the former Ateneo Blue Eagle?
Yeah, and you're loving it, you know, an assist earlier, now a quick run down the middle, gets the ball, doesn't think twice. Very quickly, that ball's going up in a made basket for Josh Lazaro.
20 all, timeout Rizal.
Points.
Bravo! 210.
Twist of Fate, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Dito lang sa Solar Flex.
Don't miss the newest circus drama to hit the Philippine screens, Twist of Fate, weeknights at 8 p.m. on Solar Flix. Solar Flix is seen on Sky Channel 16, Signal Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 33, and DDT Channel 21 in Metro Manila.
10 out of 10. Walang duda.
Akala ko pumapalseto na yung boses mo, nagulat ako eh.
Ha?
I was searching for wherever that voice was coming from. Good job, Andrea.
Pag ganong boses naririnig mo, mas mapapanood ka eh.
Oh, parang gusto mong panoorin, ano? Parang itong basket na ito, para kay Paingare.
Lamang na naman ang Zamboanga
Yeah.
of that steal and finish.
Alam mo yung nanonood ka ng live stream, i-rewind mo, ano daw palabas yun? Ganun eh, no?
Oh. Game of front so far. Marco Balagtas, open free. Tatalbog palabas. Bewell the rebound. 2 minutes gone by. And the second period. Lazaro. Pasa palabas ulit kay Paing Are. The switch. Are sizing up the defense of Marco Balagtas. Takes the free. Can't get that one to fall. Balagtas sa kabilang banda. 2 points plus the foul.
That has been the challenge for Zamboanga. I mean, previous to that, it was 2 misses from the field. But once it's fast breaks, that's where they've been outnumbered by Rizal.
Fast break game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
That stat line is right now 12 versus 4 in the fast break. And off misses, ang bilis magtakbuhan pababa nitong Rizal.
Balagtas, a mainstay already for Rizal. Gives the lead right back for the Golden Coolers, 23-22.
A very solid field goal shooter, close to 50% per game. So si Marco Balagtas. And so you're not surprised that he's getting a lot of touches.
Brandon Wilson, pass to Reg Gabat. Mahari 5 segundo na lang sa kanilang shot clock. Has to create. Lost it. Another fast break opportunity for Rizal. Joel Liu, tight pass. Tres, galing kay Jolo Mendoza. Lista mo na yan. Actually, a long two-pointer. Put on the line from Jolo.
Jolo shot the ball very well from way out in their previous game against Basilan. And you would want that to continue if you're Coach Don Dulay.
Hindi lang last game. His last 7 games, a far cry from his slow start. And actually, that putrid start, a distant memory already.
See that shot.
Libre. Behind the black line, pero nakapaklot sa puting linya. Yan talaga yung 3-point line.
Right. So he's shooting a very high, 42% I think from 3. Itong si Jolo. Much, it betters his space, it betters his range, forcing closeouts and allowing him to go inside the paint.
Paing Are, supply unang free throw. Rattles home the second. Towards Kay Padrigao, back in the ball game. 25-23 in favor of the Golden Coolers.
Well, Zamboanga really for the most part the scoring has pretty much been inside, and you see the 3-point percentage right there in the last 4 games. That 51% is sobrang taas only because they move the ball a lot, and 19 3-point makes versus just 3 in their first 4 games. My opinion clearly shows you the difference in terms of offensive styles with the Coach Don Dulay.
Grabe yan. In high volume yan, yung 51.4% from 3 the last 7 games.
May go signal ika nga, no?
Reverting back to his season 4 days with Rizal. Hook shot galing kay JP Sarao. Abante na ng 4 ang Golden Coolers. 27-23. Lazaro. Jumper. Still can find the mark.
Early seal. Didn't see it.
Sarao battling for positioning with Josh Lazaro down low. Now offers a screen up top for Victoria, who can't escape the defense of Reg Gabat. Liu in trouble at the baseline. Happy ka ng bola. Sinong last touch? Does not matter dahil ubos na ang shot clock ng Rizal.
Look at how many seconds were left on that shot attempt before they can actually go to their point of attack. And that is, I guess, the thing about Zamboanga. They will force you into late clock situations, and if you are not ready, you're gonna be scrambling.
Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Gabat, pasa kay Gabayni. Bantay niya si Lervin Flores. Gabat, way off on that 3-point shot. Possession remains with Zamboanga.
JP Sarao, I think, is asking for a challenge.
Was pretty convinced that it was last touch Zamboanga. We'll be right back for the result of this challenge by Coach Don Dulay.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kubunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was a foul on number 16, Josh Lazaro.
Ha? Teka lang.
There was a foul.
Yun nga eh. Si Lazaro, pinituan ng foul.
O tinamaan sa mukha si JB.
Okay. That should clear things up. So they were challenging the last out-of-bounds play earlier. Upon reviewing it, they saw that Lazaro fouled a player from Rizal. That was JP Sarao. Victoria, jumper, no, but someone touched the net on the side of Rizal. Tama ba, Rizal o Zamboanga? Victoria was the one who took the shot. It was Lazaro who touched it, but it seemed like there was a push. But no complaints from Zamboanga. Goaltend against Josh Lazaro.
So was able to get clarification about that thing about JP Sarao earlier, and our officials tell us that ang review talaga nun is dun sa out of bounds. However, in the ensuing review, kung may makikita silang foul, mau-overturn yung
Pero na nga yung mismo nangyari kanina.
I think that's the new rule daw.
Patrigao. Pass a bit off target for Kalisay, who was not expecting that kind of a pass. Nagpaskalati na tayo sa second quarter. 6 ang lamang ng Rizal. Victoria navigating through a series of screens. Liu puts some mark into that 3 and he hits it.
Well, first made 3 so far this quarter. Joel Liu for Zamboanga. Meantime, binalikan niya ni Reg Gabat.
Sidestep beauty from Reg Gabat. Baba sa 7 ang lamang. 32-25. Victoria. Be heavily involved in the offense, but they throw it away. Gabaini gets the friendly bounce on the layup.
How about Joseph Gabaini running the floor and being the first one in transition for Zamboanga?
Also the first guy in double figures with 11 points. Liu sumalaksak. Pasa na tapik palabas. Reinforcements coming in for both teams. This steal of the game is brought to you by the Extreme Boom-Free Waterproof Speaker, Unstoppable Sound, Ultimate Power.
And the thing is, it was the big man that went through that passing lane and able to get that deflection. At kung mapapansin mo, dito sa mga huling possessions nitong Rizal, deflections ang dami na, no? Para sa Zamboanga, disrupting the flow of their offense. Another steal.
Yeah, 4 pass that time from Billy Robles.
Gotta be careful if you're Rizal with those passing lanes.
Padrigao. Mintis yung 3. Offensive rebound. Portsky. Bounce pass down low at the post for Nilos. Almost got it in, but he'll have to earn it from the free throw line. A foul against Jolo Mendoza.
So far, Zamboanga's gotten their way inside the paint and almost everything that they throw inside of there results in 2 points. And now more free throws for Zamboanga.
Fornilos. It's the friendly bounce on the first. Was the best player against, I believe, Bacolod. Double-double siya nun. Had a stint with Marikina. Played for LaSalle Green Hills before moving over to Ateneo. Inan, 3 for 2 at the line. 6 straight points from Zamboanga. Manny Pay, the digital wallet, broke for the community. Irvin Flores.
Grabe, sobrang attached yung defense. Ang hirap kumawala.
Pero nakagawa ng paraan sa pagkaataw na yun si Irvin Flores. Zamboanga quickly trying to attack, but Fornilos missing that shot. Robles pulling up over Levy Hernandez. Masyadong malakas din. Swing pass ni Alday off the offensive rebound. The teardrop from Jolo Mendoza.
So far, Jolo Mendoza has been a good spark for Rizal. He hit a jumper earlier, and now he gets that floater. Got past that defense. Forsky tried to reach from behind. That floater just flows in.
Couple of field goals from Jolo Mendoza. And it's now a 7-point lead again for Rizal, 36-29.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play. Or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Rizal versus Zamboanga on a Tuesday night. See the South Division team standings, Coach Mike, where yung race, no, from 6 to 9, very tight.
Oo. Sobrang tight talaga niyan. And even if, you get more games in, hindi ka pa rin nakakasigurado because Zamboanga, Mindoro, and Basilan, pretty much very close proximity. So talang itong Rizal naman, I think 3-4 games behind Pinyan and Batangas, but very close against Quezon.
Rizal has that inside track for that last outright spot in the playoffs. Top 6 yung pasok na agad in each division. Yung 7, 8, 9, 10, 9 and 10 kailangan pa dumaan sa play-in. Number 9 ang Zamboanga ngayon. At the top of them, not separated by much. Yung nanalo lang in the first game, Basilan, at yung natalo kahapon, yung Mindoro.
Correct. Kaya hindi ka pa rin nakakasiguro kung ikaw yung nandun sa lower 4. And you really have to carve out good space and as much as possible to get to the top 6. Oh, Kalisa is down.
Yeah, got hit in the midsection. Fight for the rebound. Flores reverse.
There's gonna be a timeout here. Referees will stop the play. Kalisa looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Parang tinamaan siya ni Irvin Flores sa sikmura.
Tsaka si Kalisa hindi he is not that quick to go down. He is usually very strong in absorbing those contacts.
Still in a lot of pain right now. Si Arthur Kalisay.
See this here once again. He was trying to.
Ayun.
Oh yeah, that's right. The right elbow. Right, I think through the rib cage of Arthur Kalisay. And he was top-siding si Alwin Alday because they were trying to avoid a pin down.
The violence and sportsmanlike foul on number 26, Irvin Flores. His first.
Attack of violence. Irvin Flores acknowledges
Yeah, no question about that. And I think he knows that as well.
So Kalisay rather will shoot 2 free throws. Plus ball possession still for Zamboanga.
But Kalisay so far struggled from the field. He has not made a field goal. 0 out of 5 from 3, 0 out of 2 from 2. And this is his first trip to the line, making both.
We will replace Arthur Kalisay. 2:15 left in the first half. Fourth Sri Padrigao, Joseph Gabayni, Levi Hernandez, Inan Formilos, and Brandon Wilson. For Coach J.R. Carlos. Padrigao pass to Brandon Wilson. Sees a gap in the lane, but just couldn't finish.
JP's hurt. He's getting up.
Robles. Drives. Robles. Jumper. Good.
And you see how much as that shot went in for Rizal, you see how they are getting defended by Zamboanga. Each Zamboanga Sikat player is staying attached, off ball and on ball. They're not letting anyone a free space.
Gabayni sa poste.
Grabe.
Nakawala kay Lervin Flores. Kakain na daw.
Grabe, inaayos pa yung salamin, no? When he was dribbling, inaayos yung salamin, umatake, finish.
Robles down low at the left block.
Zamboanga, in my opinion, is doing a good job on what's called a hitch and plug, where you have a big man concentrated on the ball handler, the two-man action, and then the original defender of the handler goes out to attend to the other guy that's rolling.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Ayun. It's dinner time, sabi ni Joseph Gabay.
Tama naman, alas na ba? Almost 7.
Getting warned both were Inan Fornilos and JP Maguliano, who were going at it during the dead ball. Philip Manalang pass to the right side. Robles against Levi Hernandez, free on the shot clock. Robles forced to put one up.
Wow. You gotta see that again.
It was Gabayni.
That clock was on 1 second of that 24.
Let's see.
That was a quick one. Couldn't really see anything from there.
Kasi tanong doon, did Billy Robles initiate contact or was Gabayni caught lunging in? 1 out of 2 from Robles. Still has 1 more because he was fouled while taking a 3.
I'm feeling ko when there was a time that I asked an official about this, and he was saying that dapat matapos muna yung follow through ng shooter. Hanggat hindi pa tapos, pag tinamaan mo, foul yun. Pero pag tapos na tinamaan mo, that's not a foul. So I think that's what happened right there. That's a good block.
Wilson, pinawi naman agad. Put some speed on. Got in the lane, lays it in.
I don't know if you'd agree with me, Ken. Zamboanga is a team na even if they are down, somehow you feel they're not out of it.
Alday, off target from the corner. Bagsak si Maguliano. Hernandez off the dribble. Throws it away. Reg Capa, great effort with a counter steal. Padrigao wants to slow things down.
Quick thinking by Portsky.
Yeah, just masterful.
Yeah.
Knew the clock situation. They could opt for the last shot of the period.
Mismatch right there downhill.
Padrigao drives, kick out, B-Will, open free, book it! And how about Fortsky Padrigao making an impact to close out this first half?
And this is how good Fortsky Padrigao is. As soon as he got that switch, he had Philip Manalang on Totep Gabayni but decided otherwise, rejected that action, went downhill, saw a 2-for-1 situation the other side and left it for Brandon Wilson to be the one to end the half with a 3.
7 points for Brandon Wilson. And at the half, just a 4-point lead. Rizal on top, 42-38 over Zamboanga.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat, kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ng sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak Panalo.
Hello MPBL fans, this is Josh Lazaro of Zamboanga Sikat. Please support MPBL. Visit our Facebook page for the latest updates. Starting July 3, all games will be played at 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. Catch us on YouTube, Tap Sports, Sports Plus, and Solar Sports. See you!
Our halftime score is 42-38 in favor of Rizal against Zamboanga. And Rizal had the majority of the lead in the first half because lead was at 9, but it never felt like Zamboanga was out of it despite trailing for most of the first two quarters. Huge reason why Rizal is on top was they were shooting much better, 48%, the edge in rebounds, bench giving them a lift. Pero ganda ng sagot ng Zamboanga in the second period, Coach Mike.
Oh, this was actually a game about kaya advantage ang Rizal because of shot making, yung percentage. Nakatulong dyan yung mga runs nila ng fast break. Remember, end of the first quarter, where if I recall correctly, that was a 10-2 advantage for Rizal. That's what really built up to that kind of shooting percentage. Pero depensa, halos walang binibitawan itong Zamboanga.
Let's see if Zamboanga could adjust better in the third quarter. Rizal with Vinny Robles leading the way once again, 9 points, 6 na puntos for JP Sarao. Para naman sa Zamboanga, Joseph Gabayni with another strong performance in the first half, 12-9 against Basilan. Ngayon meron siyang 13 points to go along with 4 rebounds against Rizal in the first two quarters.
And Ken, alam mo, every time at the half, the first stat that I look at is points per possession because it gives me an idea on how well that offense has flowed. And both these teams actually doing very well, no? Very close to 1 para sa Zamboanga and 1.09 para dito sa Rizal. And again, it goes back to better shot selection because of the fast breaks for Rizal.
Something to watch out for is the third quarter because Rizal has been good in these periods. Fortsky Padrigao, his first points was scoreless in the first half but had that key play at the end of quarter number 2, picking up from where he left off. Baba ulit sa 4 ang lamang.
Yeah, and he has actually influenced total of 3 or 4 plays in succession already leading up to that earlier make. And Forsky really trying to make an imprint of his game in this match.
Coronel ngayon lang pinasok. Puts in that shot. 6 na ulit ang kanilang lamang, 47-41.
Well, that's another roster guy for Coach Don Dulay that he could definitely use. AJ Coronel, good defender and very quick to his feet.
Padrigao, step back 3 over Mark G. Gabayni battling down low, offensive rebound and put back from Otep.
One might say the only lone, bulky, hefty big man right now on the floor for Zamboanga. I see a couple more right in there. Paul Turco and even Christian Bunya right there on the bench.
Quickly filling in the void sa center spot, no? Naging problema nila yan bago siya dumating. Robles nakuha yung offensive rebound but was caught holding on. He actually got caught pushing off. Big win shot brought to you by the Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
And Forsky had Philip Manalang in a blender on that crossover dribble leading up to that made 3. And you were speaking about Otep Gabayni. Very early, hindi naman ganun kasmooth yung transition niya dito, no? Nagkaroon rin ng struggle, but, his coaches really trusted that and very confidently, trusting that he's gonna do the right things.
Pagkakataon na yun, naagawan siya. Robles. Kick out. Manalang, open free. Masyadong malakas. Nakuha ni Cornelio rebound. Libreng-libre si Alwin Alday. Sablay. And Gabayni fouled by AJ Coronel.
And that shot by Alwin Alday, I've seen a lot of his threes, but that one didn't look really, a flow of his shot. I felt he hurried it, nagmamadali, dahil alam niya may parating ng depensa.
Technical foul on number 10, Joseph Gabayni.
Gabayni's going to be called for a technical here. That's going to be number 2.
Second foul niya. Kasi hindi niya nagustuhan yung pagkakatama sa kanya ni AJ Coronel.
I think it's really just Otep Gabayni trying to establish himself that, you know, I'm no pushover in this game. I might be the heftiest big man right now on the floor, but you cannot just, you know, do things to me.
You know, sapul siya sa mukha. And then, gave AJ Coronel his thoughts by extending that forearm.
Ito ka, napaka-gentle giant niya.
Second motion, kaya siya natawagan ng technical foul.
Yeah.
48-43. Pasa kay Reg Gabat.
Nice.
Deflected by Mark Yee. Cornelius took a tumble. Robles, sidestep. Pasa sa labas. Alwin Alday makes amends with that miss free on the other corner. And he hits that one to make this an 8-point ball game.
Now that one's a better looking shot than the previous one. You see that flow, that release, and that follow through. Everything Alvin Alday on that shot.
Patrigao, pocket pass for Nilos. Shoots over Cornell. No good. Robles and Fornilos wrestling for the basketball. But it's Fornilos being called with a foul.
This is that quick runoff, and you definitely have to spray it out to one of your best shooters. See that very stable release compared to the previous one by Alwin Alday, and that shot has a better chance of going in than the previous one. Wow.
Robles nakawala. Marquis napulot yung rebound off that miss. The reload from Rizal. At the right block, Robles. Up and under, Kalisa stood his ground. B-Will, nakabuelo. Reg Gabat lays it in.
Now, if you look at offensively, para sa Rizal, they are not getting a good space off ball and on ball. Everybody just keeps staying attached para sa Zamboanga.
Manalang. Pasa kay Alvin Alday. Mahigpit yung pagbantay sa kanya ni Reg Gabat. Alday makes his move. But cut off. Coronel shot fake. They will run out of time. Shot block violation against the Golden Coolers.
For the game, I think that's what, the third or the fourth time we've seen that 24 clock buzzer sound off on Rizal. This was that quick transition finished off by Reg.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
It's just a 2-possession game here. Down 6 against Rizal.
Fornilos. Patrigao against AJ Coronel. Using that Lazaro screen way off on that 3-point shot. Rebound tracked down by Fornilos. Are relocates and hits the long 2-pointer from the right corner. Papasa 4 ang kailangan habulin ng Zamboanga. Coronel, double team comes. Patrigao tried to swipe it away from him. Robles susubok sa tres. Yes! Rare 3-point shot from Billy Ray Robles. Extends the lead to 7. Are. To B-Will. Back to Paeng Are. Thought about that long three. Decides to attack. Turned out to be a better idea. A foul against Mark Yee. Paul Victoria will replace Alwin Alday. Mare, who did not start the third, creating some plays. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Problema nga lang niya, free throws, 3 out of 5 after that miss.
On the field, he's only missed once, and that one's from a 3-point shot attempt earlier. But again, you know, you gotta go back to him swinging over to the shooting guard position while Fortsky mans the point for Zamboanga. That is a crucial addition para dito sa Zamboanga Sikat. And you have to observe, every time na sila yung titira ng bola, watch how they try and crash the offensive rebounds. I think it's very similar to how Batangas does it.
Coronel, pasa kay Billy Robles. Show by Lazaro. Now switches on to him. Robles, Bumuelo, sumugod. Pasa sa labas, Coronel. Challenge by Brandon Wilson. Great save by AJ, giving them another possession. Robles, 5 on their shot clock. Had to put it up. It will pop out. The tap from Padrigao to Paeng-Ari.
How about the quick thinking of Padrigao?
Alam niya, hindi na niya makukuha yung rebound. Tinapik na lang niya. Ari got whacked. 2 more free throws coming up.
This guard duo of Paeng-Ari and Fortsky Padrigao could make a case to be one of the tough 1-2 guard combo here this season. Look at Paeng-Ari trying to get inside the body of Marquis to initiate contact and create separation. If that ball was not, deflected or touched by Marquis on that drive, that would have been a 3-point play opportunity.
Marquis was saying that Paeng-Ari led with his elbow. Five of 7 at the line. 12 points. Samawa pa ng 3 rebound. Itong free throw na ito, sa atin yan na extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And somehow, pakiramdam mo itong Rizal tsaka Zamboanga, with how they've started this season, they might be peaking just at the right time. With how things have been with Coach Don Dulay and also that mid-season coaching change for Zamboanga.
Padrigao. Chance to inch closer for Zamboanga. Fortsky thought about it. Are finding his rhythm, lays it in traffic.
Oh my goodness, Paeng-Ari. Little guy on the floor, put on the Jets and beat the defense of Lawrence Victoria down the middle.
6 of his 14 points in the 3rd period. Lead down to 2. Paubusan na ba ng oras sa shot clock?
Taking too long.
Victoria, bounce pass, Maguliano, free throw line jumper. And railing them out with that shot.
When you speak of shot quality, do you feel nakakakuha ng magandang shot quality ang Rizal? Di masyado no? Dahil sa depensa.
Lazaro, short roll. Fornilos, extra pass. Are, drives baseline. Spins into trouble. Lazaro gives up the foul. Preventing anything in transition from Rizal. Or something in transition rather for the Golden Coolers. Mike Are, ngayon lang pinasok. Magkasama sila ng kanyang kapatid. Pahinga muna si Fortsky Padrigao.
Gandang matchup din ito. Joel Lee, Jolo Mendoza. And then you got the Are brothers. John Mahari now is going to come in.
Did not play in their last game against Basilan. Getting some minutes tonight against Rizal. MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Mendoza lost his footing. Wow. It's a play. Pasa kay Victoria. Oh, tough finish from Paul Victoria. Maguliano is down. Aret seizes the advantage.
Levy Hernandez and JP got into it on the backcourt.
Levy was saying that Maguliano flopped.
Pero again, babalik tayo dun sa pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Kaya even that layup attempt by Lawrence Victoria, shot clock was going down. He had to put that ball right through traffic. You know, the shot quality is not that easy for Rizal. But the thing is, they're making them.
Ito yung sinasabi mo, no? Hirap na layup yan. I don't know.
Oh, no. Well, it's hard to
not-
tell from that angle.
Did not look like much on that replay. Minsan kasi, sometimes our eyes are playing tricks on us.
Tama naman.
That we might miss a thing or two. But from what I saw, at least, didn't look much.
Kaya nga may awiti na I don't wanna miss a thing, di ba?
Coach Christian Luanzon, is that you?
What's that song again, Ken? I could stay awake just to hear you breathing.
Aerosmith yun, di ba?
Oh, Aerosmith.
Si
Is
Steven Tyler.
Correct. Isa sa mga hindi natin makakalimutang movies from back then.
Wow. Okay.
There was an act of violence and sportsmanlike foul on number 12, Levy Hernandez.
They call it on
That's
Levy.
his first
We have to
personal
see
foul,
that one more
14
time.
foul.
But curiously, it didn't look like a blow. And Levy saying, you know, there was nothing. Pero officials say otherwise.
That's a tough call. You give 2 free throws plus possession to Rizal. Paguliano sinks in the first.
I don't believe it. That through 2 quarters, Zamboanga, despite their very tight defense, only gave up 6 fouls. Grabe. Usually, ang trade-off mo dyan, kung gano'n ka physical, you're gonna get, you know, a lot of into foul situation, but not in the case in the first half.
1 out of 2 from the line for Paguliano. 5 ang lamang ng Rizal.
Oh, man.
The stingy defense of Zamboanga giving Rizal problems.
And nothing coming easy for Rizal right now. The passing lanes are clearly manned and patrolled by Zamboanga. You are not getting that ball off your hand without a deflection.
Cholo off 2 dribbles, flips it up, air ball. Shot did not hit the rim. Shot clock violation against the Golden Coolers.
That is what? 5th time? 6th? That we've seen the 24 buzzer go off. And we've had a couple of shots na paubos na rin yung oras. This defense is really pushing them to a point that they start taking very difficult shots. Hurried at that for Rizal.
Lazaro, pass inside. How about the playmaking of Josh Lazaro setting up John Mahari?
That's the thing that's been impressive with Lazaro so far. He's finding open teammates. He's already got 3 assists.
Sarao can't power through. Mahari with a rebound.
Everybody's got their backs turned.
Mahari though turns the ball over. Paeng that is. Victoria nagmamadali. Wow. That gorgeous looking layup.
Somehow you kind of feel that Lawrence Victoria likes those situations. Now, clock down, nowhere to go. He's the one who finishes.
8 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists from Lawrence Victoria. 6 seconds left. Mike Are got clipped in the arm and a 4-point play coming up. Foul tagged on Jolo Mendoza.
That foul earlier on Billy Robles, one might question, but this one clearly, you know, that follow-through has not been completed yet, but definitely that hand on the elbow, the shooting arm of Mike.
Sakto eh. Are giving them a lift. Mike Are here in the third. Actually, silang dalawa ang namamayani. Nakaagaw pa si John Mahari. Pasa kay Levy Hernandez. Will finish off that fast break. Tabla na tayo, 61 all.
If that shot did not go in for Levy Hernandez, I might have questioned that decision of Mike Are, but good thing is Levy made sure it goes in.
Coach Don not happy with what he feels like a lack of a call. Maguliano one-hander, wala. Lazaro nakuha yung rebound. Fortsky will slow things down, just a 2-second differential between shot and game clock.
But they want to keep this open. They want that lane open. And Josh Lazaro might be the screen guy here.
Padrigao, 5 on the shot clock. Sidestep jumper, book it! How about this run by Zamboanga to close out the third period?
Oh, huge run. This is the first time I think they've outscored Rizal in a quarter.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
And Fortsky Padrigao has shown us how to close out quarters. And he has done so well. Fed off earlier, but this time around, he's the one who finished it off.
Zamboanga lamang na after trailing for the majority of this contest. Heading to the fourth, 63-61, a 2-point lead over Rizal.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan a QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Earlier, Rizal was in the driver's seat. That 3-point shot by Mike Are. And then to cap off the third period, Fortsky Padrigao with that cold-blooded jumper. Kaya sila na ang lamang, a 7-0 run sa pagtatapos ng third. On Saturday, we will travel back to the Governor Andres Bernos Memorial Gymnasium in Bangued, Abra. First home game of the defending champions. They will take on the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers.
Tsaka dalawa lang game natin doon, no?
Yeah. Quezon and Quezon City, yung first game. But right now, Rizal getting tested by this pesky Zamboanga squad. Mike Are, pumukol. Wala. Mahari and Joey Liu both fall, but picking each other up. Quarter scoring natin, ganyang kadikit. Not much separating these two teams, Coach Mike.
And the biggest separation so far is that third, no? Yung kung saan bumawi itong Zamboanga, the very first time that they've outscored itong Rizal in a quarter, and the numbers have been escalating scoring-wise for Zamboanga.
Seeing the trend so far in the first three quarters, what's it gonna take for either of these teams to come out on top in this crucial matchup?
Well, first I want to start off with Zamboanga. You got to stay with that defense, you know, causing disruptions in the passing lanes, you know, stalling that offense a little bit, continue to be pressuring until the last phase of that shot clock. For Rizal naman, I felt that ball moved a little faster in the first quarter. There was a lot of ping on those passes in that man movement. As soon as that second quarter and that third came in, you know, it was slight advantage to Zamboanga, enough for them to get the lead.
John Mahari reigning over in transition off that steal again. Apat na ang abante ng Zamboanga. Sarao can finish. Mahari the rebound.
And again, it goes back to shot quality, Ken. Another tough shot. If they are taking shots very early in the clock, guaranteed almost na hindi komportable yung tiro na yun. If they push them to the late clock situation, they're hurrying up their shots.
And that trickles in for Sniper Demego, Levy Hernandez. A 12-0 run by the Zamboanga Sikat. This three-point shot brought to you by the Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
And Forsky Padrigal knew what was coming. He knew that Levy Hernandez lifting off the corner here in Batangas is gonna sink that three.
Again, on Saturday, 6 p.m. ang magiging laro pala natin, no? Abra versus Rizal. The Weavers will defend their turf against the Golden Coolers. The Governor Andres Bernos Memorial Gymnasium. Let's go courtside to Andrea Indicio.
Levy Hernandez is back in a familiar venue but suited up in a different jersey. Unang sinabi niya nga sa akin, grabe Andrea, nakakamiss. Hindi lang dahil gamay niya yung court, pero yung pinaka-touch daw siya last game when they played here against Basilan. Nung nakascore daw siya, naghiyawan pa rin ang mga tao as if he is still wearing that Batangas jersey. Hence, he said, yung fans talaga ng Batangas ang pinaka-namimiss ko. Iba sila sumuporta. Although masaya daw siya with Zamboanga, medyo mahirap daw talaga mag-move on sa 4 na taon niya with the Batangueños. Back to you guys.
That's a nice report from Andrea. I'm glad that she touched on that. Kasi nandito rin tayo no? Last time Zamboanga played here, unang-unang laro ni Levy since being after 4 seasons with Batangas, and you've always talked about that iconic game-winning shot against Pampanga last year. Felipe Chavez finally stops the drought for Rizal. Baba sa 5 ang lamang. But just going back to Levy, how about those 4 colorful years he had with Batangas under Coach Cholo Villanueva?
Well, there are some things that special that grow on you. And one of these things really is the stint of Levy Hernandez here in Batangas. It was a special 4-year run. You know, he had a lot of, relationships with the fans. He's always been very accessible to them. And I tell you, in that game, as you see a 3 right there by Lawrence Victorious, this might start something new for Rizal. Levy Hernandez in that game, the last game that they were here, he was here very early in the very first game, and he was seated right there in a corner, just trying to, absorb the energy of Batangas City Coliseum, which was home for him for the last 4 years.
Saan narinig ko yun? Habang nagsushoot around pa nga lang siya, hinihiyawan siya ng mga tao Ganon siya tumatak sa mga Batanggenyo dito.
At saka yung mga fans, inaabangan siya after the game, before the game, after the game. They wanted photos of Levy Hernandez. Clearly, the memories that he's built here in Batangas, the fans will always remember him. They will never forget.
He enjoyed his best scoring season last year at age 36. How about J.R. Chavez? Ngayon lang pinasok sa 4th quarter, giving them a spark. Ties the ball game up, and a 3-point and a free throw coming up after getting fouled.
I was gonna use that same word, a spark off the bench. But Felipe Chavez is definitely a guy that can provide you that. He's a feisty player. He loves to run up and down the floor. He does not mind all that energy that he uses on the floor, and he is gonna respond whenever you call his name.
Coach Don Dulay, not afraid of making that type of adjustment. And let's not forget, itong Rizal, Coach Mike, they're in the midst of an 8-0 run of their own. This is a team composed of winners. Former champions like JP Sarao, Philip Manalang, Billy Robles, Marky. Those guys know how to win. And that's really important, especially a contending team And alam mo, tumatak sa akin yung game against Quezon City. Kasi nag-run doon yung Black Bulls at the start of the third. Forzi Padrigao hits the free to give the lead right back to Zamboanga, 71-69. But just going back to that game, extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Did not use a timeout. Some coaches probably would panic, especially the younger coaches. But Coach Don, no. He let his players figure things out. And halos ganito rin yung nangyayari ngayon. Padrigao, though, has been on fire in the second half. All 8 of his points coming in the last 2 quarters.
And we were the ones covering that game with Quezon City. I felt that was the game that they totally, I mean, Rizal woke up to the message of Coach Don Dulay that we got to play faster. We got to be quick to a decision. We have to move that ball, and everybody's got to move around and allow space for our players, you know, trying to get an attack to the rim.
This is the downside of the physical defense by Zamboanga. Maaga silang na penalty. Just barely over 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Marquis already hit his first. Pasok din yung pangalawa. Tapla ulit, 71 apiece.
And these are close coaching trade-offs.
Now GR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And when I say coaching trade-offs, you know, you play with a lot of physicality. The trade-off definitely is going to be fouls.
Dangerously close to a backcourt violation was Reg Gabat.
Now, what Rizal is doing is exactly what Zamboanga has done to them in the third quarter. Getting in the passing lanes, making it very uncomfortable for anyone with the ball. And if there's any guy that's one pass away, you're going to be on them to not allow a quick pass.
Jer Carlos wants to talk things over with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left in the fourth.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Don't miss the newest Turkish drama to hit Philippine screen, Twist of Fate. Weeknights at 8 p.m. on Solar Flix is seen on Sky Channel 16, Signal Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 33, and DDT Channel 21, all in Metro Manila.
Direk, silang dalawa na pagbasahin mo. Ang ganda ng boses ng dalawa. Yung Mike Perez sa kay Andre Endicio.
Ang totoo niya, lumiligtas ka lang.
Let's see if Zamboanga could create off that timeout. Paeng-are, pasa kay Forzi Padrigao. Long 3-point shot over Marquis, off. Rebound, Billy Ray Robles. JR Chavez drives, gets past Paeng-are. Oh, what a shot underneath! JR Chavez,
Wow.
7 points in limited minutes. And this is exactly why they brought him back to Rizal. Pass. Gabat, free.
Wow.
Good!
Man, this is a well-played game. You know, players stepping up, coming off the bench, coaches responding to the schemes of the others. This is a well-played game, I tell you.
Marquis nakawala. Joseph Gabayni caught napping on defense. Walang naging communication doon from Zamboanga.
Yung sinasabi ni Joseph Gabayni na minumuestra. Somebody's gotta be able to have a low-tag help, and that didn't come. Brandon was supposed to be that guy, but you know, he waited for Otep Gabayni to, I think, recover.
Problema din kasi doon, sorry Coach Mike, nagkabanggaan pa sila
Correct.
ni Paeng-are. That's the risk when you try to hedge on that ball screen.
Yeah, that's where, you know, coaches would call that a peel-off defense. When you see your teammate get beat by a guy with the ball, if you're the closest guy to that man that's about to attack the rim, you have to be in there to try and stop. But since, yun nga, nagkabanggaan, nakala niya abutin niya, no? Pero hindi. And Brandon was pretty much late on that attack and therefore that end one.
Parang nangyari, nagkaroon pa ng extra screen. Noon pa ay nangyari.
Correct.
Kaya nakawala si Mark Yee. And they will review this if this merits an unsportsmanlike foul. Yun ang masakit.
Oh, yeah.
His night is done. Yeah, because he received a technical foul earlier
Oh, yes.
on that skirmish with AJ Coronel.
Yeah, he did earlier. And he's done. Now Josh Lazaro's gonna step up to the plate now.
That's unfortunate. He was having a terrific game once again. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. But an early exit.
Yeah, and that is to the perspective of Rizal. That is one big body less inside the paint that the Rizal team has to contend with. They now will have to go up against the athletic Josh Lazaro.
13 puntos by Mark Yee. Balik pa rin sa Rizal ang possession. As a result of that unsportsmanlike foul, J.R. Chavez
My goodness.
flips it up. Alday. Reckless closeout by Reg Gabat. And Alwin Alday will shoot free throws.
Now, I like how that play got set up. It was a high ball screen, which J.R. Chavez rejected. Soon as he got past that free throw line extended, you already saw that little pin in by Joel Liu for his buddy and Alwin Alday for that 3.
The type of plays J.R. Chavez has made here in the fourth quarter.
I mean, if you're gonna talk about maybe usage rate on a per quarter basis, he might just be one of those highest ones so far to see J.R. Chavez.
Tsaka dito naglaro sa simula ng taon.
Yes.
Nakahanap siya ng kupunan with Rizal. Tubong Teresa Rizal, J.R. Chavez. As a result, Alday able to hit 2 out of 3 free throws. 4 ang labang ng Golden Cooler, 78-74. Can Zamboanga respond? Lazaro. Brandon Wilson with a full head of steam. Can't finish. Rebound Mark Yee. Tatakbo ang Rizal. Chavez nagmamadali. Gliding in for the layup. What about this guy? Did not even suit up in the first 3 quarters.
And Zamboanga never had, even to this point, an answer for a J.R. Chavez. He was untouched. Nobody stopped that ball. He just kept going downhill. They were thinking it was going to be a spray for a 3, but he finished well on the cup.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakalisa. Luzon, Visayas,
Woo! 2 points.
Bravo! 210.
Twist of Fate, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Dito lang sa Solarflix.
Don't miss the newest Turkish drama to hit Philippine screens, Twist of Fate. Weeknights at 8 on Solarflix, which is seen on Sky Channel 16, Signal Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 33, and DDD Channel 21 in Metro Manila. Walang lusot.
In the words of Coach Christian Luanson, what's that song again, Ken?
What?
All is fair in love. Quits. Lahat tayo.
Natay tayo dyan.
Tayo tayo dyan.
J.R. Chavez though, 9 points, 4 of 4 from the field in just 5 minutes. Tinanggal na ulit ni Brandon Wilson yung kanyang headband.
This is the second time he's done that in a game, no?
Ano yan eh? Minsan may mga ganyan na...
Superstitions.
Oo. Baka na-hold off yung power kaya kailangan tanggalin yung
Oo.
headband.
Parang
Padrigao.
constraint pa eh, no?
Yeah. A foul.
The game has somehow slowed down for Zamboanga. I mean, the attack with the entry of J.R. Chavez. And the last time I think that they've had, in my observation, fun was that three-pointer by Levy Hernandez to end the third.
Robin Ronyo. Pinasok din for the first time ni Coach J.R. Carlos. So Coach J.R. taking a page out of Coach Don Dulay's playbook, hoping that Ronyo could give them a spark. Siya ngayon, nakapantayan ni J.R. Chavez. Chavez still with a basketball. Will pull up from free. Oh my goodness! J.R. Chavez!
Oh my God!
Where have you been?
He has definitely woken up this Rizal team. How about that quick pass though inside? Nobody right in there to try and defend quickly against that pass over to Reg Gabat. Billy Robles tried to catch up but couldn't.
Three-point play opportunity though, Reg Gabat. But let's take a look first of that three-point shot by J.R. Chavez.
Well, mind you, Ken, nobody touched that ball in that possession except for J.R. Chavez.
Three-point play completed by Reg Gabat. 83-77. Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Chavez tightly guarded by Gabat.
Oh, man.
Not a good foul. They are in penalty.
Things have definitely slowed down in the fourth quarter for Zamboanga. They are scoring much lesser compared to how they did in the previous two quarters. They were 22 and 25 in the second and the third. Right now, we're past the halfway point, but they've only got 14.
What about the adjustment by Coach Don Dulay in this quarter? Because in the third, Rizal was having trouble dealing with the physicality of Zamboanga. And then he put in J.R. Chavez, who relishes that kind of play. This free throw brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And actually, yung aggressiveness ng Zamboanga, they took it against them. Talking about Rizal.
Parang ano eh, no?
They use it against them rather.
Parang ano, Ken, parang pent-up energy ng isang J.R. Chavez na I know I can help the team. As soon as he got in, he wasted no time, quickly got to work. And so far, these shots have been missing. And J.R. Chavez, once again, you see how he peeled off earlier? Had to run the weak side of the floor to find an open man. The shot was coming. There was a rebound attempted. I think that was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that was Brandon Wilson. He just got in the way, trying to block that intent to rebound by Brandon, and he put his body in harm's way.
That gutsy choice paying off for Coach Don Dulay. J.R. Chavez staying ready. His first miss from the line. 14 points, 5 of 5 shooting from the field, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe.
And he's averaged only 8 minutes per game so far in the couple of games that he's played. But he is definitely a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah, this guy is a gamer. 3 of 4, 4 of 5 rather, after that make. Siyam ang abante ng Rizal.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a foul, definitely, on J.R. Chavez. He held on to Fortsky Padrigao, and he knew it.
Coach Don riding with him. Di pa siya nilalabas dito. At penalty na rin ang Rizal. Gabat will shoot 2 free throws.
Well, and Rizal's not out of this yet. They're not out of the woods. Definitely Zamboanga can go on their own runs. You mentioned earlier, kanya-kanyang runs itong laro na to, and thankfully for Rizal, they were able to respond. That was a good close out to the half, a good close out to the third quarter by Zamboanga. But soon as that fourth quarter start, played out differently in favor of Rizal only because J.R. Chavez came in.
Referees will review something which happened during the free throw. 3 and 10 left in the fourth. Crucial matchup between these two teams on the rise in the South Division. Rizal has won 3 straight games, searching for their 4th consecutive victory, while Zamboanga on the heels of back-to-back wins. Rizal 9 and 5, Zamboanga 5 and 9, 4 games separating these two teams. But you wouldn't know it with the way this game has transpired. Rizal had their biggest lead earlier at 9 points. Hinabol ng Zamboanga that big third quarter. But Coach Don making the adjustment.
The basket has been nullified for possession for Rizal Central Golden Coolers.
Mali yung tumira ng free throw. Yun nga nagtataka nga ako na si Reg Gabat yung tumira.
Yeah, that's my question then.
Si Padrigaw talaga yung na-foul
Yeah. And so I thought earlier that there was going to be an unspoke call, which is why they sent him over.
Nako, sasakit ulo ni Poy Abalos dyan.
Now if you're Zamboanga, you gotta bring back the energy now defensively. They're allowing a lot of space for J.R. Chavez, unlike how they did earlier for the other guards.
Masakit yun for Zamboanga.
Yes.
Robles in and out dribble off his knee. So Zamboanga still has time to catch up. Gabat against Alvin Alday. Lazaro will receive it. Padrigaw against J.R. Chavez. Long three-point shot by Padrigaw off. It hasn't been that type of a shooting night for Fortsky Padrigaw. Just 3 out of 12. Liu sizing up the defense of B. Will. Drives, kick out pass.
One more.
Alday.
There you go.
Chavez. Shot clock winding down. Robles with a cold-blooded 3. Or actually a long 2. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Nice.
Lazaro blocked by Robles. Mahari fighting for it. Last touch to J.R. Chavez.
You know, the one thing that's changed so far for Rizal here in the fourth quarter, apart from J.R. Chavez, spacing. There's so much space to operate now for Rizal.
Zamboanga will use a timeout. They're down by 11. We will travel back to Bangged Abra, the home of the Abra Solid North Weavers. Kalaban nila Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. That's gonna be at 6 p.m. July 11. Dyan po sa Governor Andres Bernos Memorial Gymnasium. The homecoming for the defending champions.
Well, surely our Abra fans are waiting for that ring awarding ceremony after a very dominant season last year for Abra.
Lazaro with 7 on their shot clock. Kabat pulls up, way off, and Liu secures the rebound. Rizal will use as much clock as they could.
Joseph Gabayni, since he's gone out, this is how the flow has been for Zamboanga. Look at that space that they have. This is almost looking like more a dribble drive attack. There you go.
Probably the cherry on top. Cornell with the basket. Brandon Wilson to Fortsky Padrigao wants the screen. The pass
Nice
back.
pass.
Lazaro inside. Kick out. B-Will for free. Corner pocket. Wala. And Paul Victoria with a rebound. How about Paul Victoria? 11 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. All-around game. Oops. Mahari and Victoria getting entangled. Things have been physical in this game. Dami nating player confrontations. Although nothing escalated further. Gabayni though got thrown out, like you said, early in the fourth, and that left a huge gap, a huge hole rather, dun sa interior defense ng Zamboanga.
Actually, pati yung exterior kasi nakitaan natin kanina si Gabayni, ano, right off the top. If you go on a high ball screen, he always is gonna be there trying to contest that.
It's quite unfortunate if you're Zamboanga. Well, Mahari is not yet done. He puts in that shot, that will count, plus the foul. 6 points for John Mahari.
In a nutshell, really, it's been the story of that huge turnaround in the fourth quarter where you put in J.R. Chavez and then Otep Gabayni got, out of the game because of a couple of unsportsmanlike. And the numbers tell you that Rizal shot the ball overall better than that of Zamboanga throughout the game. Through the game, they got more to the line. They had more trips to the line. They got more of the offensive reboundings. They did turn the ball over more only because in the first half, napakaraming na-force na turnover ng depensa nitong Zamboanga. But it really was just that fourth quarter run, that huge slowdown for Zamboanga, which Rizal needed to get off with this win.
Brandon Wilson with a 3-point shot. They will fall short. And this is exactly why you brought in a champion coach. Like Coach Don Dulay did it against Quezon City where they were down early in the third quarter.
Yes.
And again here, against a very game Zamboanga squad, they did not fold, did not panic, instead making that gutsy decision to field in this guy who did not even play in the first 3 quarters. He is our best player of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. J.R. Chavez, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 of 5 from the field. What a performance for this young star from Teresa Rizal.
Well, much as we harp about this amazing young man in J.R. Chavez, gotta also tip the hat to Coach Don Dulay. For the second time, we've seen him in a tough situation, and he came out with the results that he needed. Guys responding to his call, pulling out J.R. Chavez right off the bench. And quickly, this young man has clearly stepped up to the plate.
JR is standing by with Andrea.
Maraming salamat, Ken. First of all, JR, congratulations. Talk about quality minutes. Fourth quarter ka na pinasok ni Coach, pero in that fourth quarter alone, you were able to contribute 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Talagang sinulit mo yung mga minuto na binigay sa'yo.
Sa akin, pinagano lang ako ni Coach, pinag-ready lang ako lagi kahit nasa bench player lang ako. Sabi niya, always ready lang ako para pag pinasok ako, may energy talaga ako mapapakita. Kumpiyansa lang sa laro, yun lang.
And actually, JR, nung pinasok ka ni Coach, ang taas ng intensity ng game, nakahabol yung Zamboanga. So, kumbaga, ikaw yung naging magic bunot nitong si Coach Don. So, anong naramdaman mo? Anong challenge ang ibinigay mo sa sarili mo?
Ay, sa akin lang, kumpiyansa lang kasi kumpiyansa lang. Binibigyan ako ng mga ka-teammate ko ng kumpiyansa, tapos dagdag energy. Yun lang.
Right? Meron ka bang mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? This is your chance. Go ahead.
Nabati ko pala yung Rizal Golden Coolers, Power Us Up, official outfit, tsaka Boss Andre, Care and Pam, Boss Alex, Boss Alex Cruz and Pam, Boss Condeg, Boss Golden Coolers, Lucky Win, Boss Agustin, Boss Kyle Cruz, Boss Ice Family, yun lang. Tsaka Boss ay DLMT, Mami Elon, special thanks to Kuya Don Mabulot. Tapos binabati ko yung family ko, yung dalawang anak, at yung asawa ko si Rosan, tapos yung teammate ko si Panganiban, tapos yung mga boss ko, si Boss Nick Nock, si Boss Manuel. Ayun lang.
Thank you so much. Once again, that was JR Chavez, our best player of the game, brought to us by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea and JR Chavez. Indeed, magic bunot para sa Rizal. They cruise to their 10th victory this season. Up next, the Valenzuela City Dark Horse kalaban ang Batangas City Tanduay Athletics. Huwag kayong aalis, mga kaliga. Magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.